Well, I would have to speak after that film, of course. You know, when I look around, so many great thoughts go through your mind for all of us. And I remember Mr. Bill, I said to him, where do you sit at the games, fully knowing where he sat? I wasn't sure if it was a last seat or a seat behind it. He said, well, I sit toward the end of the bench. I said, well, you're going to sit next to me. I said, because I've got a bad temper, and I don't want to get technical fouls. I don't think these people in the South trust Northerners. He said, Coach, I don't belong up there. That's for coaches. I said, well, from this point on, you are a coach. You make sure every time I get up and cross that box that you stop me. Don't ever let me get a technical foul. So he sat there thinking he had a new job on the horizon. Second game of the season, he put his arms up and don't take a step further, Coach. I said, you don't sit down, you're going to be one dead man. It was the last time he tried to stop me from getting a technical. But I think about all the accomplishments, certainly of Coach Rupp and Coach Hall and Tubby and now Billy, and I look around with so many great memories, and I really think that the greatest accomplishment that I had here, looking back on it as I was thinking about it and listening, was moving him in his rightful place from the end of the bench to the head of the bench. And you know, it's obviously we all cry and we all laugh somewhat. And for Karen and Hazel, they go home with the longest memories of all of us. The but about it, though, I learned a long time ago, experiencing certain tragedies in life. And it was different for me because I had my side of the family, which was Italian. My wife's side of the family, she was half Irish. And I go to these wakes, and it was very difficult, the Italian side. Everybody was crying hysterically, almost jumping into the gravesite. And the Irish side, all they were doing is telling stories, jokes, drinking beer, and having a great time. And after experiencing both sides of the family on numerous occasions, I really wanted to be Irish for the first time in my life. And today, I really want to be Irish. Because although I cry and I hurt inside, for a great friend. Last week, I sat outside some place called Boardwalk Billy's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nervous as heck for the basketball game. Vinny Tatum told me that Bill was coming to the game. I couldn't fathom it, couldn't believe it. And as I sat outside, I saw Bill walking across the bridge toward Boardwalk Billy. It was the strangest thing because he was the last person I'd ever thought I'd see at a Louisville NCAA game. Now, I know firsthand, and it doesn't matter where I work, he hated Louisville. Because when I called him, and the most difficult thing I had to do in coming back is call the players and get their approval. Then the last phone call I had to make was to Mr. Bill. And I remember as if it's yesterday, Mr. Bill, you're not going to believe this, but I think I'm going to come back to the state and coach at Louisville. There was dead silence on the phone, and he said, are you damn lost your mind, son? I said, no, Mr. Bill, I really miss the state, and things haven't gone well with me in Boston. He said, son, have you damn lost your mind? Well, I did. And when Mr. Bill was walking across that bridge, I thought about that phone call. He gave me a big hug, and we sat down, and he said, you're going to beat Tennessee. And then you'll get even with Carolina for that Kansas game that first year. I said, you really think we can? He said, you're going to win it all. And he pointed to the ring. And Ron Carmichael, a friend of ours, was sitting next to us. He pointed to his 96 championship ring and said, I need another one of these. Talked a little bit more, and he left. And I walked back to my room fully knowing that Mr. Bill wanted a Louisville championship ring. Not really. It was just telling him that he cared for me and he loved me and wanted me to win that championship as a coach, because that's what he was all about. Although he is the ambassador of Kentucky and he loved the University of Kentucky more than life itself, he knew about loyalty, he knew about friendships. Karen was the apple of his eye, and Hazel was the woman he was in love with. And Kentucky was the most important thing in his life. And I think for the rest of my life, in thinking about Bill, it's always been tough coming in here because of the great memories I've had. I don't think it'll ever be as tough as it is today. Because not only was he someone we all looked up to, a great friend, a great person, but when Kaywood Lefford left, we lost the soul at the University of Kentucky, and now we lost the heart. And for me, it was the last link I've had with this great place. And for all of us, we need to be Irish tonight. All of us need to think of Mr. Bill and celebrate his life. Because after all, when you describe a great athlete in life, a great basketball player, it's someone that not only statistically shows his greatness, it's someone that makes everybody better with their presence on the court. The power forward becomes a better rebounder. The point guard becomes a better passer, all because of that great athlete on the court whose presence makes everyone better. And just think about that great athlete. Greatness. Making others better in life, making others better on the court. Who better that we've all known in life that made us all better than Mr. Bill? I don't think I would have ever had the fun, I would have ever had the joy if it wasn't for that man sitting to my right. He's a true godsend. We will miss him terribly. Tonight I'll wipe away the tears, and from this moment on, I'm not a big drinker, and I could never drink bourbon, just not in me. But Mr. Bill, I'm going to start drinking bourbon for the rest of my life in your honor. I'm just going to take a small taste of it. I don't know what you liked about it, because I tried it one time, but I'm going to try a small bit of it. But I'll truly celebrate Mr. Bill. We're all the luckiest people on earth because we got to hang around a treasure for a short period of time. Karen and Hazel, you're the luckiest of us all. You got to spend the most time with him. We all got cheated. You got the gift of a lifetime. Thank you all.